Nigeria, I like to say that TVC has a finger on the pulse and our eye on the streets, and this Monday morning is no different. Here on the Trending Now segment, we bring you trending stories that are shaping the world that you and I live in. We begin today with this. In the video that's now gone viral, social media activist Martins Vincent Osei, better known as Very Dark Man, is once again at the center of dramatic events, this time on a road in Edo State. In the footage, VDM appears to be in hot pursuit of suspected kidnappers, following them closely behind a patrol vehicle. Now, although the road seems not to have many cars in sight, both the patrol car and VDM continue to press forward, with VDM's commentary making it clear that their mission was to intercept these said kidnappers. On getting to the scene, the video shows a man later identified as the driver, allegedly shot by the fleeing suspects. VDM is heard urging his team to lift the victim and rush them to the hospital. Take a look at this short video.
When I tell you to stop, that I for stop. Make sure the faces of those soldiers. When they stop there, they fear. When we will charge, we just one policeman. We charge.
Now, the Edo State Police Command has since confirmed this incident, commending VDM and his team for their intervention. The command also assured the public that efforts are underway to rescue the remaining 13 kidnapped victims and apprehend those people who are responsible for this. But here's the bold truth. Over the past 4 years, Nigeria has recorded more than 4,000 cases of kidnapping, a grim statistic that continues to cast a shadow over Nigeria's highways. And of course, this latest video has caused a lot of conversation online. Some people are praising a Very Dark Man as a fearless patriot, while others caution that taking on armed criminals head-on could have easily turned fatal for him. I must say right now that that should not be tried at home. But the question now that this video has brought to light is, what is standard protocol for the average Nigerian? While we wait on our government to tackle insecurity and handle kidnapping, when we are confronted with kidnappers in our day-to-day life, I would love for security operatives to tell us what is our stop, drop and roll, what is security protocol when we confront kidnappers in real life or are accosted by them. Let's take a look at social media. Nze says, since the CDS has encouraged Nigerians to apply self-defense, it's an open war against insecurity this time. We'll take 2 more tweets. Osmanic says, this one no get borehole to dig for the poor again. Who give him this work where him they do self? It's always the people from the sidelines. Mr. Justin says, you're watching what happens in a real-life kidnapping scenario. Yes, that is how it happens. We are privileged because it was recorded and that they had escorts. What about average citizens who don't have this privilege of escorts? This is not a movie. But moving on, in another development, recall that last week, tragedy struck the family of Big Brother Naija Season 7 winner Fina when her younger sister, Otabo Bodon Ruth, was critically injured in an accident involving a Dangote truck. And the crash left Ruth with one leg amputated and the other still at risk. In response, the Dangote group confirmed it had visited the scene, engaged law enforcement and pledged to cover medical costs and compensation under its welfare policy. But now the story has taken a new turn. A viral video shows Fina herself addressing people believed to be members of Dangote's management to fly her sister abroad for further treatment. This is what she had to say.
I am putting my sister as Dangote's child because if the Dangote pikin no carry am come here.
No, not also.
No, Dangote will not bring his child here. They will fly.
Okay, you want to about bro?
Yes, yes, they're taking that to him.
Okay, that's why you're
Yes. Even the lagoon is just to like to them to process everything and we go.
Where?
India.
Since this incident occurred, the hashtag Justice for Ruth has been trending, and Nigerians are calling for justice and proper care for the victim. But the question now is, when we think about corporate responsibility and corporate justice, does a company owe a duty of care to just say, we'll pay for your medical bills, or do they owe people a higher duty of care to fly them abroad and ensure that their treatment is of the highest standard? Let's take a look at social media. I'll take 2 tweets. Truth be told says, Fina's demand for Dangote to fund her sister's treatment abroad is bold but misguided. While her passion is evident, expecting a private company to take on such responsibility without legal obligation is unrealistic. This situation highlights Nigeria's healthcare system failures, not just corporate accountability. Instead of public shaming, Fina should push for better healthcare infrastructure and stricter transport safety regulations. I'll take 1 more submission. And Dodge Lawyer says, I see some people in the comment section asking if Dangote should be held responsible. My answer to that is yes. In law, there is what we call vicarious liability. It's a legal principle where one person or entity is held responsible for the wrongful acts of another, even though they did not directly commit the act. Team, this is all very interesting. I want to focus my spotlight on this story with VDM. It was, I have to admit here on air, very courageous of him, but the average citizen should not, I don't believe they should engage in such activities. But what is the protocol, you know, if we are faced with, what should be the protocol if we are faced with kidnappers? Should we, at the very least, should we not be educated on this by our security operatives?
Yeah, so I think everyone needs to learn the art of self-defense. Even, you know, there are some trainings that you get when you meet someone with someone who is gun wielding in order to rescue the person down or take over the firearm or anything. But one way or the other, it is always very key to be on the side of safety. Now, we'll say many thanks to VDM, whether you are his fan or not. What he has done is born out of being a human. That's humanitarianism at its peak. Because we could say that, yes, he likes to stream everything, he likes to, you know, make a noise, but he's made the right noise. He has actually also streamed the right incidents. And this is a wake-up call to our government to ensure that our lives are safe, whether in our rooms or on the roads or wherever. We should be duly protected, because that's the social contract we signed with them when we elected them into offices. Whether it's our vote that took them in or not, they are representing us. That of the Dangote and Fina, see, treat this lady as though you're treating your own child, because whatever you will do to your own child to make her feel better as a result of this unavoidable accident, you need to do that. With that, that's when Nigerians will say, yes, you've done so well, because at the end of the day, your name will always be remembered. For what? Good or bad?
Okay, and I'll start with the VDM story. You know, oftentimes I am one of those people that will say, oh, why is he always filming everything? But this time around, you know, I applaud him for what he has done. He had to be so courageous. I certainly would not have done that. So when I see someone that put his life out, because any bullet could have gotten him, you could see how fearless he was. And I'm happy that he was able to expose this. There was something he did that really melted my heart. The way he was yearning for someone to take out the driver, if I'm correct, somebody was shot in the car, I think the driver or something. You can see how passionate he was. You can see humanity played. And I hope that the authorities can really work on this. And VDM, this is a good one. God bless you for this. But please do not try this at home. And I'll move to Fina. You know what I'll say is that if we had very good healthcare in Nigeria, Fina would rather be saying, let's take my sister to this particular hospital because they will do better. Oftentimes on this table, we've spoken about the fact that more Nigeria, we should prioritize Nigeria. I think this should teach us about our healthcare system. We need to make our healthcare system better, because if it's better, nobody will get up and say, let's fly her out. There will be a very good hospital here that people trust with their lives. And Dangote, I know he will do something. I've said it on the show several times. I believe that, you know, he's going to take care of this girl. I don't think that he's going to leave all the financial responsibilities on Fina.
Yeah, indeed. Let me also take up from the Fina story as well. While Fina, you are angry, as anyone would be, because of what has happened, let's also be careful not to cross the line of feeling entitled, as it were, so that it doesn't seem as though it's an obligation that it should be done that way. However, on Dangote's part, sir, you need to do all you can to help this young lady get some level of hope restored back to her so she can live out her life. From what we're told, she just came out of school. And so it's sad that she has to experience this. And so let's try to balance either sides of the coin so that everybody walks out of this with joy and gladness. It should be a win-win for both Fina and you yourself, Dangote. Martins also, well done for what you've done. I don't agree with you on a billion things, but I think on this one, you've scored the green lines. So well done. We can only ask for the government to do all that you can do always, so that we don't have to be having this again. The stories, the reports, the statistics of kidnapping in this country is sad and staggering. And so I don't know what to even say any longer. This is really sad, frankly speaking.
Absolutely, indeed. Courage is a rare currency these days. But thank you, team. Intelligent perspectives, as always. I'll proceed. On to some more better news. It's celebration season in Nollywood right now, as actress Iyabo is officially a grandmother after her daughter Priscilla and Tanzanian musician Juma welcomed their first child, a baby boy named Rakim Ayomide Mkambala, in Canada. Iyabo broke this joyful news herself yesterday on social media, thanking God for a safe delivery for both mother and child. The couple tied the knot earlier this year with wedding ceremonies that spanned from February all the way to May. And they announced that their pregnancy just last month. In fact, only 3 days ago, they thrilled fans with a blue-themed gender reveal party, confirming that they were expecting a boy. Priscilla is a very popular Nigerian influencer and entrepreneur, and Juma Jukes is one of East Africa's biggest music stars, and they've been in the spotlight since their romance went public last year. And now, with the arrival of their little son, they've added yet another chapter to what's already one of 2025 most talked about celebrity love stories. Both families are said to be over the moon as they celebrate this new milestone. On behalf of TVC, congratulations, Prissy. I will say this though, that little boy, he's just born, but he has 8,000 followers on Instagram. That is mind-blowing, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of influence. But moving on into international news, tennis icon Serena Williams is back in the headlines, but this time not for her serve, but for her weight. The 23-time Grand Slam champion revealed that she lost 31 pounds using Zepbound, a GLP-1 medication designed to suppress appetite and help with weight loss. This is what she had to say.
So after my first kid, Olympia, the weight literally just would not come off. I was back on the court and I was in the gym. Oh my gosh, I was eating clean every single day without any big changes to my body. And it was really so frustrating to see the scale always stay the same.
That she's been refreshingly honest about a choice that many women are secretly making. But here's where it gets a bit tricky. The global weight loss drug market is booming. It's worth billions of dollars already, and it's projected to hit nearly $100 billion by 2030, according to analysts. But people warn that it's creating a dangerous culture where even the most accomplished athletes with perfect bodies feel pressure to stay slim at all costs. Let's take a look at social media. For me, Alex, Serena Williams is perhaps the most ill-suited person on the planet to promote GLP-1 agonists. The greatest female athlete alive, taking weight loss drugs, absolutely insane and totally depressing. And Ashni says women inject weight loss drugs and are honest about it. Men inject muscle-building drugs and hide it. It's interesting to see the one that gets more scrutiny. It's important to note, team, that Ozempic, one of the most popular GLP-1 drugs right now, is facing heavy billion-dollar lawsuits because of the fact that people who took this medication are saying that it left them with stomach paralysis and permanent trauma to their gut. On the other hand, so it's controversial to see a celebrity endorsing these sorts of medications whose side effects that we don't know. But everybody is doing it. Why don't we like to talk about it?
So many people feel, yes, if the world is saying that we have to go this way, you go this way. If the world is saying, no, don't go that route again, you have to come back. And then you find some people coming back. You know, it goes to show how our minds are being conditioned, you know, either via social media, the mainstream media, whatever it is, you know, even word of mouth, because they feel that's what is in vogue. So I have to level up, I have to be alongside it. But the thing is, if you do not have the mind of your own and think of how comfortable you are, if Serena Williams, you know, feels that she's, what she looks like now, or what she feels like now, makes her, lighter in the courts, good for her. But if it's the pressure to stay above board, I mean, you know, to keep abreast of trends, whatever it is, but I want who are very slim and all of that. So whatever it is, beauty at the end of the day is in the eye of the beholder. For the Ojos and the Jokes family, I say congratulations to you. But one thing I will never understand is how we put everything on social media, even in the face of the newly born. I can never understand it, honestly.
No, the face is not totally out. It's covered. They put a love sign. Nobody has really seen the full
I'm not
face
even referring to them in particular. I'm talking about people from pregnancy to this to that. everything on social media.
All right, but Iyabo is a public figure on social media, so it's expected, and we know her for a period of time. She always posts everything. But let me move to the fact to say that a big congratulations to you, Auntie Iyabo. This is such a beautiful one. A lot has been said, but God continues to show himself in your life. I saw it yesterday. It was just a beautiful moment. Congratulations, Prissy.
Indeed. I mean, Iyabo, what else can we say than to say congratulations to you and your family? Grandmama.
She's so hot.
I tell you.
I mean, amazing. For Serena Williams, look, it's a personal choice. The only problem we have is that once you attain a level of celebrityship and influence, whatever you do can become a barometer for several other persons. But let's be careful. If you want to add or lose, there are natural ways of doing some of these things. So
news for you guys.